I want you guys to see what compassion looked like. Because we know that those people who are following MAGA are pretty much killing themselves. The lies that they've allowed themselves to accept, killing them. If it's not immediately, it is eventually. A lot of times you just want to say, you know what, MAGA guys, go believe in the crap that you believe. Let's go ahead and let you feel the pain that it's going to cause. Let your rural hospitals close. Get rid of your vaccines. Go take Hermectin. Go take all the crap that these guys talk about. Believe all the false history. But it's not a good thing. Ultimately, if you believe in humanity, compassion has to come into the fold at some point in time. I want you to listen to this doctor because I guess she has the right attitude and you could see the pain and the tears in her eyes. Check this out.
You know, before today, when it came to Trump and MAGA and all that, like the around and find out, I was like, they get what they deserve, yeah. Until I just had this 40-year-old white male patient who works in the oil fields in Eastern Kentucky, and he's had low back pain for about 2 weeks, right? And then all of a sudden he gets pain in his calf, and he's just like takes off at work at the oil field and like uses a massage gun, drilling his calf. And he says he like comes up his leg, his back doesn't really hurt. And I'm just like, this man has a DVT. And I'm just like, have you had any difficulties breathing? And he's like, yeah, I went to the ER. They gave me medication and said I was having a panic attack. And I was like, okay, did the medication work? He's like, kind of. But this morning I had another one. It was just difficulty breathing and I was coughing. So this man is experiencing pulmonary embolisms, baby pulmonary embolisms. He muscle gunned his calf, which means he broke up the DVT and it's just slowly sending little babies into the lungs. He's having baby pulmonary embolisms, right? And there's a big mama that's going to come behind those. And I don't know when that big mama is going to come. I don't know if it's in 24 hours, 48, 72, 96, but it's coming and he needs to be on DVT prophylaxis right now. So I call his primary care in Eastern Kentucky, and there's no doctors in that clinic because the one doctor is on vacation and they have nothing but nurses, so they can't prescribe that DVT prophylaxis. So they say he needs to go to the hospital, and the nearest hospital is an hour away. So I have to send him there, and I don't know if he's gonna make it. And he's a virtual patient, like he don't have my number. It's just so unfair, and it's just so crazy that we politicized all of these things, and these are people, right? These are people, this is their health. He's a father, he's the breadwinner, and he's having a medical emergency, and he's in a medical desert, and we just keep cutting. Just keep cutting it, and it's only going to get worse. All right. That was like a 1 hour call that was supposed to be literally 5-10 minutes because I could not let that get off that call without giving him his next steps. I would not be able to sleep tonight. I still won't be able to sleep tonight. But all right, that's my TED Talk.
This video just kept playing in my head over and over as I watched it, and let me tell you why. Because as I'm talking to my audience at KPFT, talking about what this big, bad, dirty, evil bill that Donald Trump and MAGA and all these guys as passed are going to do to their own constituents. You know, she's talking to somebody in rural Kentucky, right? The places that are going to lose their hospital, rural Virginia lost 3 hospitals, right? And it's funny because they asked the MAGA politician when that occurred, and he said it's a good thing because they'll be able to get better care at the distant hospitals. All this guy that she knows is having a DVT needs is a prophylactic that's going to start busting up those clots to prevent it from killing him with a pulmonary embolism when one of those things break. But because he's in a medical desert, his life is in danger. And this is today. This is in this time. After that bill comes into effect more fully, we are going to see these types of events on steroids because doctors like this young woman right here, as she speaks to patients, they are going to know that because of the system, because of Medicare Advantage, because of the decrease in Medicare decade because of all these different policies passed by Republicans to save $1 trillion to give to wealthy people. They know a lot of these breadwinners, a lot of these, especially MAGA folks, are going to die. When I tell you that many of these folks have bought or have voted for their own demise, I am not saying that in passing. I mean that. The idea that we continue to make people foolish, the idea that we continue to promote ignorance, and the idea that so many of these people, including a couple, I notice we don't get a lot, but a couple even in this chat, as you try to inform them about what their people that they think care about them are doing to them. It is pathetic. All of our country's problems, from polarization to ignorance on domestic and international issues to a complete misunderstanding of our economic and healthcare systems, are a direct result of a derelict mainstream media that too often bend over backwards to support corporate or bought politicians' wants as opposed to the people's needs for real information to make their lives better. Independent media is the only solution to inform truthfully and factually. Why? Because our loyalties are to you, the ones who fund us with small dollar contributions and subscriptions. Please consider supporting our independent media platforms by subscribing to our Egberto Off the Record newsletter at politicsdoneright.com/newsletter. Again, that is politicsdoneright.com/newsletter. It's an investment that pays incalculable dividends.